Hello friends, I am Prashant Vishwanathan Shetty, Assistant Professor, Department of Civil Engineering from Walchand Institute of Technology, Solapur. Today I am here to explain you about the load carrying capacity of the pile by static formula. The learning outcome of today's session is that students will be able to understand the method to determine ultimate pile capacity. They can evaluate the ultimate load carrying capacity of a pile. Load carrying capacity of a pile. The ultimate load carrying capacity or the ultimate bearing capacity or ultimate bearing resistance of a pile is defined as the maximum load which can be carried by a pile and at which the pile continues to sink without further increase in load. Means when a load is applied on a pile, so without increase in load, the pile will start continuously sinking. So that maximum load is called as the ultimate load carrying capacity of that pile. So evaluating load carrying capacity of a single pile is a very important aspect in the pile design. The pile load carrying capacity depends upon various factors. So this first factor is pile characteristics such as pile length of the pile, then cross section of the pile, whether it is having greater cross section, smaller cross section, and also the shape of the pile are important in calculating the load carrying capacity. The next one is soil configuration. So short or long term soil properties. So the short term properties of the soil may be different and in the long term it may behave in a different way. So you have to know the soil configuration. Then pile installation method. So how it is cast in situ or precast. So that again is an important factor in finding out the load carrying capacity of the pile. Now load carrying capacity of pile is such, it should be such that a pile foundation should be safe against a shear failure. So it should not fail by the shear, and also the settlement should be within the permissible limit. So the methods to measure the load carrying capacity of the piles are static method using dynamic formulas, then in situ penetration test, then pile load test. So in this we will see the static methods. So what are the factors affecting pile load carrying capacity? Here pause the video and try to write the answer on a paper. The factors affecting the pile load carrying capacity are characteristics of the pile, that is its length, then its size, its shape, then soil property is in the long term and in the short term, then pile installation methods. Now load carrying capacity of a pile by static method. To understand the load transfer, you imagine a single concrete pile and a load of Q is to be transferred directly to the soil. So a part of the load will be resisted by this side. So part of this load Q will be resisted by this sides by skin friction, that is QS, and the rest will be resisted by the bearing of the soil, that is QP, that is in the hard strata. Therefore the ultimate load carrying capacity is the addition of QP and QS. Now static formula assumes that the ultimate shaft and the toe resisted are simultaneously developed. So this friction and this toe resistance are simultaneously developed. So the ultimate load is equals to load due to skin friction and load due to point resistance. So here skin friction, it is area multiplied by the average skin friction, where AS is the surface area of the pile. So depending upon the diameter of the pile, you have the circumference into the length of the pipe, that will be the area of the pile, into RF, that is average skin friction, plus AP, that is the area at the bottom of the pile, into RP, that is the unit point or toe resistance. Then you may use a factor of safety of 2.5 to 3 for finding out the allowable load. Now, static formula for cohesive soil. For pile in cohesion soil, point bearing is generally neglected. So, this point bearing, this QP is generally neglected in cohesive soil as the friction is more than this point resistance. Since it is negligible as compared to the friction resistance. This point resistance is negligible as compared to the friction resistance. So, unit skin friction is equals to shear strength into reduction factor alpha. So, static formula for cohesive soil. In cohesive soil, accurate assessment of the soil shear strength and consolidation properties are needed for the static analysis, because all is dependent upon this cohesive shear strength. The sensitivity of cohesive soil should be known during the design stage so that informed assessment of pile driven ability and soil setup can be made. For a cost effective design with a static analysis method, the foundation designer must consider time dependent soil strength changes, because during time dependent the soil get compressed and the density may get increased. Then static formula for cohesive soil, again you have QUP ultimate load is equals to area into this friction resistance, then area into this RP, that is tip resistance. But whereas RF now it is calculated as alpha into C bar, and RP is Cp into Nc or equal to 9 times Cp. So, here you can together have the formula QP is equals to alpha into C bar into As plus 9 times Cp into AP, where alpha is the addition coefficient or reduction factor and which is having a range from 0.4 to 1, and C bar is the average undrained cohesion along the length of the pile. Cp is the average undrained cohesion of the soil at the pile tip. In the absence of C bar and Cp, it may be taken as Qu by 2. Now, what is the reduction factor range alpha for cohesive soil? Here pause the video and try to write answer on a paper. So, the range for reduction factor is from 0.4 to 1. For the depth of the pile less than 20 times the diameter, its value is generally found to be 0.4. Whereas for deeper piles, its value ranges from 0.4 at C is equals to 170 kilonewton per meter square to 1 for C is equals to 90 kilonewton per meter square. So, these are the values of the alpha factor, that is reduction factor, for soft to very soft soil, medium soil, stiff soil and stiff to hard soil, depending upon again bored piles and driven cast in situ piles. Now, static formula for non-cohesive soil. Most of the static analysis method in cohesionless soil uses the soil friction angle determined from the laboratory test SPT test, that is N values. In coarse granular deposit, the soil friction angle should be chosen conservatively. In soft rounded gravels deposit, use a maximum soil friction of phi 32 degree. For shaft resistance calculation, in hard granular deposits, use a maximum friction of 36 degree. Now, static formula for non-cohesive soil, again QP is equals to AS into RF plus AP into RP, whereas RF is taken as K into tan phi into bracket gamma Z plus Q, and RP is equals to 0.3 gamma B N gamma Q for circular piles, and RP is equals to gamma B by 2 into N gamma Q for rectangular or square piles, where K is the coefficient of lateral earth pressure, gamma is the density of soil, Q is the surcharge of the ground, and Z is the depth of center of gravity of the pile below ground surface, B is the least lateral dimension for rectangular or square pile, and phi is the angle of friction, and N gamma Q is the Meyerhoff's non-dimensional factor. So, these are the references which I have referred. Thank you very much for watching my video.